Hello student of class 11. Once again we are here with a new video and the chapter is motion in plane, and we are covering the topic in this video is circular motion. And this is the last topic of this chapter, circular motion. And if you see in this diagram, there are so many things is shown here that you can understand what we are going to talk about. If you see the earth, and around the earth there is a satellite. If you see, this is a flying giant wheel, and if you see, the athlete is throwing javelin, or you can say the shot put, and in all these three there is a motion about a point, and we can say that it is circular motion. So what is circular motion? Let us start this video. And why the study of circular motion is needed? The study of circular motion is required to understand the motion of planets, motion of electron around the nucleus, motion of giant wheel, motion of a space station, and motion of moon and satellite. In so many these examples which is written over here, in these the circular motion is there. So to understand the motion of planets and all these things, we had required to study about circular motion. And as you know, that in previous chapters we had studied about linear motion, the motion is straight line. So in this circular motion and related term with the circular motion, we are going to study what is circular motion. It is defined as the motion of a particle along a complete circle or a part of a circle. Means, for circular motion, it is not necessary that the body should complete a full circle. Even motion along an arc of a circle is circular motion. Means, it is not required that the body is covering full circle, then it is called circular motion. When you are turning your cycle on any of the turn, in that also you are following some small arc or big arc, that is also the part of circular motion. Means, it is not required that to complete a full circle for a circular motion. Circular motion is the motion along the arc of a circle, and it is not necessary that the body should complete a full circle. Now if you see in this diagram, there is circular motion, and how do we locate the something on a circle? Give its angular position theta. Now see this diagram, there is a star, yellow color star is there. So what is the location of that star? If you start from x, at that place theta is equal to 0, the point is on the x axis when there is no displacement of the particle, and after some time the particle goes to on the y axis, so how much angle the body has covered, that is 90 degree or pi by 2. As in linear motion we indicate the linear displacement, here we are seeing the angular displacement. Means the particle which is at any place on the circle, after some time where it is on the circle, we can find with the help of the angle covered or with the help of angle, that is called angular position, and the angular position is indicated by the theta. Now if you see in this diagram, the position theta I and theta f, I for initial and f for final, there are two positions of particle is given, and in between the angular displacement is delta theta. So while moving on a circular track, the particle after certain time is on the point which is theta f, and the difference of these 2 points is called delta theta, and delta theta is the angular displacement and theta is the angular position. So angle measured clockwise are negative and angle measured counterclockwise are positive. Counterclockwise means opposite to that. So theta is measured in radian, and what is 2 pi radian? 2 pi radian means a complete circle, or we can say 360 degree or 1 revolution. These are the small values is given to understand. Whenever you are required to, you have to use in numerical value also. So 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree, or it is equal to 1 revolution. Now if you see, the body is at point B, and after covering s distance from on the arc, the body is on the position A. The radius of the circle is r. So what is the angular displacement? Since angle is equal to arc upon radius, so s is the displacement, theta is the angular position. So we can say angle is equal to arc upon radius. So arc is s, radius is r. So we can say s is equal to arc theta, or theta is equal to s upon r. So this is the angular displacement. Now if you see in this figure, delta theta is equal to s by r. The arc length is s, and s is equal to r delta theta, or we can say delta theta is equal to s by r. So delta theta is the ratio of two length. It is a dimensionless ratio, and this is radian, measure of the angle. If we go all the way around, we are covering the total distance 2 pi r, and it is equal to, if you put the value, delta theta is equal to s upon r. In place of s, if you put 2 pi r, 2 pi r, then r and r cancel, then delta theta is equal to 2 pi. Means when we are covering full circle, we are covering total distance 2 pi r, and the angular displacement is 2 pi radian. Now if you see in this figure, if you curl your right hand finger in the way where the body is moving in a circle, then if you see the red arrow, this is the direction of angular velocity. So with the help of right hand rule, if the fingers of the right hand are curled in the direction of revolution of the particle, then the outstretched thumb gives the direction of angular displacement vector. So in the case of body which is moving in a circle, if you find the displacement vector, you can find the direction with the help of right hand thumb rule, or we can say right hand rule, in which the direction is there, that is the direction of angular displacement. If you see the second figure also, when the circular motion direction changes, the angular displacement also changes. Are the following motions same or different? The first is the motion of tip of second hand of a clock. If you see the tip of the second hand of a clock means the which needle shows the second, that is called second hand of the clock. And if you see the motion of entire second hand of a clock, if you seeing the tip only in first case, and if you see the total second hand of a clock motion, then these are same or different. So the motion of tip of the second half clock is in a uniform circular motion, and the motion of entire second hand is a rotational motion. Means if you see the tip only, the tip is in uniform circular motion, and the entire second hand is a rotational motion. Now what is centripetal force? UCM. UCM means uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion. It is very important to understand that uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion. And what is uniform circular motion? Uniform circular motion is that circular motion in which the speed remains constant and direction changes continuously. Means the value of velocity remains same, that is called speed, and direction of the body changes continuously. So we can say that uniform circular motion is an accelerated motion because the velocity of body changes at every instant. Means at every point the direction of particle changes. So according to Newton's second law, there must be a force to produce this acceleration. Where there is acceleration, there must be a force according to Newton's law. So this force is called centripetal force, and therefore centripetal force is required for circular motion. No centripetal force means no circular motion. If the body is moving in a circle, it has or it must be centripetal force. Without centripetal force, body cannot move in a circular motion. Now what is velocity and speed in UCM? UCM means uniform circular motion. If you see this diagram, The green color arrow are showing the linear velocity of the particle at that point. If you draw the tangent at any point on the circle, it will give the uniform, it will give the velocity, or we can say the direction. The velocity is tangent to the circle, and this the velocity vector is all at the same length, and this is a linear velocity. So is speed changing? No, speed is constant here. Is velocity changing? Yes, the velocity is changing because velocity is a vector and direction is changing at every point. So we can say in uniform circular motion, speed is constant and the velocity changes. Velocity changes because velocity is a vector quantity, and since the direction changes every point, so we can say velocity change at every point. And if there is a change in velocity, there is acceleration. So we can say uniform circular motion is also an accelerated motion because the velocity means the direction of the particle changes at every point, and change in direction is change in velocity, and change in velocity means there is acceleration.